Bright QT. Every student matters.
Now, to end this chapter with the last topic is the missile formation. It is how soaps and detergents clear out the dirt in the clothes or in other utensils. So what happens is that whatever dirt is present on a cloth, for example, so here's a piece of cloth, here's the dirt is oily in nature, right? When the dirt is oily in nature, we add soap to it. Now, what does the soap do? How does the soap clean the dirt out? So, to understand that, we need to understand what is soap made of. So, soap is made of basically an ionic end and a long carboxylic chain. So, there's a long chain of carbon atoms, and then there is an ionic end of sodium on the end. The ionic end is hydrophilic. Philia means love. So hydrophilic is that end which attracts and gets dissolved in water. But this end is hydrophobic. Like this carboxylic end is hydrophobic because, as you know, that carbon compounds do not dissolve in water. So this end tries to stay away from water, whereas this end dissolves in water. So here is the dirt. The dirt is oily and greasy in nature, so it also does not dissolve in water. The carboxylic chain gets around it, and the other end of sodium compounds gets dissolved in water. Now what happens is it lifts because of this arrangement, this special arrangement, this kind of arrangement is called as a missile. Right? So because of this arrangement of a missile around the dirt particle, it gets lifted up. Now when you apply force, the dirt will be removed with the missile, right? And that is how the cleaning happens with the soap. So the dirt is there, and then there are different soap elements arranged around it. It gets lifted because of this feature, and when you because of this formation of missile, and when you apply any kind of brush or any force, then it is wiped off, right? This is how soaps work. But there is one problem that happens, that is scum. Sometimes when you're using hard water, the soap does not form missils, and rather it turns into a yellowish substance. This happens because water has calcium and magnesium in it. So hard water is water with calcium and magnesium in it, and because of it, it cannot form missils. Soap cannot clean in hard water. So how do we solve this problem of scum? The solution is detergent. So detergents do the same process. They form a missile and they clean out the dirt, the oily dirt, with the same process, but they can also work in hard water, and that is why in washing machines we use detergents, because we are not sure of the quality of water coming in from the outlet, and that is why we use these detergents, which will even be able to clean in the presence of hard water. Right. So the last topic that we did was missile formation. Soaps and detergents have a long chain of carbon, and on the end there's a sodium ionic end. The ionic end dissolves in the water, the carboxylic chain gets attracted to the oil and forms a circular arrangement called as missile. It lifts the oil or the grease or whatever the dirt is, and then when you wipe it off, it just cleans it out and it is removed and the cloth is cleaned. For the solution of hard water which has calcium and magnesium in it, to avoid forming scum, we use detergents, which do the same process but can also do it in presence of hard water, which soaps cannot. In this activity, we take 3 test tubes and label them A, B and C. Pour 10 ml of distilled water in test tube A and 10 ml of hard water in each of test tube B and C. So test tube A has regular distilled water, whereas test tube B and C have hard water. By hard water we mean that these have salts of calcium in it or magnesium, which makes them which is why we call them hard water. Once you've arranged this apparatus, arrange the test tube ABC in the stand and pour 2 ml of soap in the test tube A and 2 ml of detergent solution in test tube B and 2 ml of soap solution in test tube C. So in the test tube C, again we are adding soap, and in one test tube with hard water we have added detergent. The other two have soap in them. The difference is of distilled water and hard water. Shake the contents of each of the test tube vigorously and then let it sit. So after shaking the content of all 3 test tubes, we put them back in the stand, and then we observe that in the test tube A, lather is formed. This implies that distilled water or soft water is fit for cleaning cleaning dirt from clothes. In the test tube B also lather is formed. This implies that detergent can lather in hard water and hence can be used for cleaning dirt from clothes, no matter if the water is hard or not. But we observe that in the test tube C, a curdy white precipitate is formed instead of the lather. This precipitate is sticky in nature and this is called as scum. From this, it is implied that soap solution is not fit for cleaning dirt from clothes when the water is hard, and that is why we use detergents instead of soap solutions, because they do not work in hard water.